I feel like a lot of the progress in my home has kind of slowed because I have a difficult time making decisions, especially decisions that cost money. But I've been kind of tired of like this limbo period of decorating. So in this video, we are doing things. We are getting stuff done. There have been some changes in the house since I last showed you guys. There's this mirror above the fireplace, but I don't know if I really like it, but I'll get to those updates later. I found this desk on Facebook Marketplace and we're gonna go pick it up soon. Here it is. I'll put some pictures on the screen for you guys. It has it's kind of like a double-sided desk where there are drawers on one side and then compartments on the other side. So it'll look good like in the middle of a room. So that's my plan for this side of the living room. Here, I'll give you guys a better idea of what this looks like. Something that I've been struggling with is what to do with this side of the living room because it's like a large living room and I have this divider here to kind of separate it. I got this comment that was like, I don't really see the point of the divider if this room over here is also just going to be a living room. And I kind of agree with that. I was like, you know what? That doesn't really make that much sense. So instead, I'm going to make this kind of like an office space. My idea is to replace the divider with the desk. And I think that might work. I'm not sure. We're gonna see how it looks. So that's kind of taking inspiration from the original homeowner who had a desk right here. Except what we would do is have it flipped the other way. So I'd be sitting like right here and then the desk would be facing this way towards the window because I like looking out the window when I'm doing office desk type work. And I think it'll still look good from this way because the desk has compartments in the front where we could put like knickknacks or books. If the idea of the desk in place of the divider doesn't work, then I'm thinking of moving this futon couch thing into the downstairs bedroom and then putting the desk in its place. And then I'm also thinking of getting a large rug here once we have the desk. And that way this area of the living room and then that area of the living room will kind of be compartmentalized and it'll look a little bit less messy. I hope I like this desk. I really want a desk to do work stuff on. And the desk is $300, which isn't like an amazing deal, but it's a pretty good price for this size of a desk. We disassembled the desk at the person's house and here it is. It's quite large. Yeah, I hope it looks good in the house. We'll find a place for it. Putting the desk back together. I really hope this works out. I think it will. Oh, I think it'll look good, actually. Well, I have to move that divider. I'll do this on my own. Wait. That looks a little bit weird. Okay, that's not gonna work there, probably. Okay, this looks really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna rearrange some stuff off camera because I'm kind of tired and then I will come back. I'm removing the rugs piled up on the ground because I think they throw the whole room off. Something I learned is that before you judge the design of your space, make sure you clean up the mess first. Mess will always make a room look worse than it actually is. The desk needs to be moved back a little from the couch because it's too close. I have an extra dining chair, so I put it in front of the desk to see what it would look like once it's all set up. Since we moved the divider, there's this blank space between the bookshelves and the fireplace that looks empty, so I'm trying to see if a lamp works here. I filmed for a while and I accidentally forgot to turn my mic on, so we're doing a voiceover still. At first I thought the desk looked awkward and I didn't like it, but as I started to decorate and put objects on it, it's starting to grow on me. Once I add a large area rug under the desk and futon, it will better define the space and help to ground the desk so it doesn't look like it's just floating. I'm still thinking the desk would probably look better in place of the futon, but I'm gonna leave it for now because it's functional for us and Chris's family is visiting soon, so we need a place for them to sleep. I'm thinking of moving the mirror that's above the fireplace over on this wall and hang it up vertically, and then just put artwork above the fireplace. I get distracted pretty easily and I sometimes have trouble sitting still when I'm in a small office type room just facing the wall, so having a desk facing this large window and in the living room actually helps me a lot with focus and motivation. Good morning, guys. It's the next day and we're gonna go through some updates. Well, I think just one for now. So we finally put this lamp up. If you guys remember this one, we used to have it at the old apartment. I found it on Facebook Marketplace from this person who was moving and they gave it to me for a way better price than it retails for, because this is like a designer lamp. So you guys know how I want to get some type of curtain or roller shades for the windows in the living room. So I got a quote back from the shade store, and the quote for the motorized roller shades was $7,000, which is just like way too much. So we're not gonna go that route. And I think I actually do want curtains. I think it'll look a lot more elegant and fit in with the room better. I found some curtains on Etsy and I was gonna order them, but then I found out that they actually have a local business in the LA area. So Chris and I right now are gonna go over and look at some of their curtain samples, and their rates are a lot cheaper than the rates at the other store. For like everything, it comes out to around 1,500, which is like still a lot, but that's within my landlord's budget. And also these windows are so big, so that's another reason why the curtains are so expensive. It feels nice too. It isn't as white as I thought it was. The curtains are gonna be ready in 2 weeks, and it is so much cheaper, like way cheaper than we got quoted at the other store, because I think the shade store is like a luxury shades company. But this one that we went to is pretty like small business, I think, and local. So we got a way better deal. Since these windows are so huge, I think it's really important to have nice curtains because they're just gonna take up so much of the living room. I'm pretty excited. I think it's really going to elevate the room because when you add drapes and like large curtains, it just makes the room feel a lot more put together and finished. Also, I cannot wait until I feel like we have privacy in this room. Hello, you guys. It is the next day, and we just picked up this really large Thaumatophyllum bipennifidum, I believe that's how you pronounce that, from Facebook Marketplace, because I have this place that I want to put it in the living room on top of the shelf that I think is gonna look really good. My favorite place right now to find plants is on Facebook Marketplace, because you can find really large aged plants for a decent price most of the time. Okay, so here is the plant. The leaves are a little bit worn. They don't look the best, but I'm planning to put it up there on the bookshelf, so you probably won't be able to see the leaves that closely anyway. I saw this photo of a monstera on a shelf, and I thought it looked really good. I didn't want to use a monstera though, just because I already have a couple of monsteras in my bedroom, so I wanted something different. And for a while, I've really liked how people use Thaumatophyllum bipennifidums in their home, so I wanted to get one. I think that a plant that is pretty structural and has large, broad leaves would look really good up here, because I got a comment saying that the top portion of the bookshelf looks pretty empty, which it does, so I think that the plant will help fill in the area, and then also I'll probably add some type of artwork on the wall up here. Yeah, I'm gonna move these plants. I like this plant here, this Philodendron nupii. I just don't think it's large enough to take up that space. Luckily, this thing is in a plastic pot, so it's not too heavy. Okay, how does that look? Maybe I need to reposition it. Oh yeah, it's a little bit too off to the side. Okay, I kind of like it. It's super jungly looking though, so maybe I need some time to get used to it, but I think it would look a little bit better with some stuff on the top shelf though. Yesterday I was on Facebook Marketplace again, and I found something. This video is like me just finding a bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but it's $25. It is a bookshelf TV cabinet, and I think it would look really good right here. We have this divider here temporarily because we moved it out of the way so we could put the desk there. And I think I'm gonna sell this on Facebook Marketplace, but I did kind of like how there is something on this wall. It's too big, obviously, so I would need something smaller. It's only $25, so if it doesn't work out, then I'll probably just like sell it again on Facebook Marketplace. Ideally, I think I'd like something that was closed storage, but this is a pretty inexpensive find, and it's also really nearby me. So yeah, we're gonna pick that up in probably about an hour or so, and then we'll see how it looks. I need to move this out of the way though. I'll probably take some pictures and post it on Facebook Marketplace. So here we are up in my bedroom. I told you guys this in a previous video, but I want to create kind of like a plant ledge based on this photo from a magazine. So that's kind of in the works. I'm looking at what plants I want to put here, and then also like what pots and stuff. When we moved in, there were light bulbs already here, but they were just exposed bulbs. And I don't really like the look of exposed bulbs, so I switched them out to these Soltech grow lights. These are Vita grow lights, and Soltech is the sponsor of this video, so thank you to Soltech for sponsoring me. I think it looks a lot better than the bulbs that were there before, but it also gives some supplemental light to my plants. Another thing that I really love about these bulbs is that they are dimmable, so it really helps with like creating a nice ambiance for the bedroom. So you guys know how much I like Soltech. They've been a sponsor of my channel for a really long time now. You know that I like how the actual light itself looks, and I really like the warm color temperature that comes out of the light. The Vita grow bulb is housed in an aluminum body, and also Soltech has a 3-year warranty on these. I really like that these lights don't scream grow lights to you, and you can pretty much use them in place of any light bulb. I'm thinking of getting a shade for these though, because I think it would look better with a shade and just look more complete. These LED bulbs are really versatile. You can put them in like a desk lamp or in a table lamp. If you have a plant in an area that just needs a little bit of light, but you don't want to get a clunky, obtrusive grow light, then the Vita bulbs are definitely a great solution for that. Thank you to Soltech for sponsoring me again. And if you want a discount, you can use my code Benji15 for 15% off at checkout. Okay, now let's go and get that cabinet. You good? Yeah. Okay, let's turn it around. I kind of like it. It's honestly a little bit banged up, but perhaps if it's styled correctly. I think it would look a lot better if I were to repaint it, but I mean, I think it looks fine. Looks okay. I think this looks okay. I'm still deciding what I think about it, but I guess it's nice that the black ties into the black of the fireplace, and then the plywood ties into the plywood floors. It's just a little bit beat up, but once I put some stuff on it, I think it looked a little bit better. Probably not a forever piece. I think it'll look a lot better though once we have some art hung above it and we have a rug to define this space. But yeah, it's not too in the way. That was something that I was worried about, that when you walk down, you know, like this would feel like it's blocking the path, but it actually works pretty well with the flow of the hallway and of the room. Something that's bothering me with this area of the living room is that the bookshelf just looks kind of messy. We haven't organized it at all since we moved in, really. We just kind of put the stuff here, and it's been months and we haven't done anything about it, so I want to organize it a little bit. Because whenever stuff looks like messy or not how I want it to look, it kind of stresses me out. I don't know what it is, it bothers me a little bit every time I look at it. So I'm gonna sort this out, especially this shelf. I think this shelf bothers me the most. I've realized that I have a bunch of small stuff, and small stuff, when you have too much of it, it looks very cluttered if it's not placed intentionally. So I'm thinking of putting a little nail here and then hanging this up, but I don't know, does that look weird? Does that look strange? I don't know if this would look weird, but I'm thinking of putting some frames in here. What do you guys think? I think maybe I'll move the books and then put art here, and then maybe something small on the lower levels. This is my process. It's just like I put something there and then I stand back and I see if I like it, and that's kind of how I end up designing my space. Or maybe it'll look better on this shelf. Okay, I'm just gonna take everything off and then put it back on. This poor philodendron. I have neglected this thing so bad. I just don't know what I want to do with it yet. So I like how this looks. I might hang it up on the wall, but I'm gonna do this section next and then see what I think before I put a nail in this wall. Okay, so I think I wanna move all of these books off of this shelf because I think my eyes need a break from looking at so many books in this area just because all of the books can look a little bit busy. So I'm gonna move the books to a different area. I feel like I've just done so much like shelf decoration on this channel, but there are so many shelves in this house. So I have a few more of these little postcards that I'm just gonna stick up here because I think they're pretty cute. Helps cover up some of this blankness on the wall. And I'm gonna put this right here. I think this actually looks pretty good. I like it a lot more without books on these shelves. I think it just looks a lot cleaner. There are still a decent amount of little things here, so I might pare them down. I'm just gonna kind of keep looking at it throughout the day and then see what I think. Normally when I change something, initially I hate it, but I just need to give myself like a day or two and then normally it grows on me. So also this plant, I'm really happy I picked this up. I think it helps this area a lot and fills up the space on top. Thank you guys for watching this video. We made a lot of good changes. We got this desk here. I think I like this desk. I know I've said this a million times, but I really think that once we get a rug in this space to ground all the furniture, I think it's gonna look so much better. And then also once we get more art hung up on the walls, I think that's when I'm gonna be like really happy with this room. We got that big plant up there, added a little cabinet over here. We got this desk, and then we rearranged this bookshelf behind me. This wasn't my intention, but I realized that everything that we did, I pretty much got from Facebook Marketplace. So this was like a cool secondhand furniture plant finding video. I really like getting stuff secondhand. It's just like, typically it's cheaper, it's more unique. You're not adding to waste by purchasing new products. Also, it's like a little treasure hunt, so it's also fun in that regard. Okay, I am gonna take Theo out on a walk. Thank you so much for watching this video. Also, thank you to Soltech once again for sponsoring this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, goodbye.